We grieve the loss of Whitney. Not only the fact that she's gone, but the fact that she's been away for a while, and we were looking forward to her coming back. We look forward to the movie Sparkle. I mean, she's touched so many lives throughout the years. And yeah, she will be missed.
Comments, anybody?
I mean, what do you say? It's Whitney Houston. We love Whitney Houston. I grew up with her. I still see her in the bathing suit on the first album cover, you know. Remember Whitney? The way they promoted her, it wasn't overtly sexual. She just had like she was like a young black princess, you know, and she was just wholesome and beautiful, and that beautiful smile, so much power in her voice. If you watched that when she did the Star Spangled Banner or whatever after the Persian Gulf War, I mean, man, that and Marvin Gaye's version. I have never seen anybody sing that song so good, but I mean, Whitney was just part of my life growing up, and her music is fantastic.
She was one that would just stand and sing. Now the young women, the people out there, they've got to sing and dance and move, and they've got to be all over the floor. But she's still, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I think it's great if you could do that. I really appreciate just being able to stand and sing. And she had a voice, and she didn't have to dance. So.
CNN, I was watching CNN last night, and CNN referred to her, I saw also ABC News referred to her as the Queen of Pop, which who's the king? You know what I mean? Like, if Michael Jackson was the king and she was the queen, it's crazy for both of them to be gone. Like, who fills those seats now?
Nobody.
And exactly. Like, there's nobody to fill those seats. And they both are folks who, really passed at young ages. And looking at the lifespan of folks now, that, it's just crazy.
You could argue that Whitney Houston had one of the 5 greatest singing voices in the history of music, female music. I mean, and I'm not talking about pop music. I'm talking about music, period. I mean, there was an old commercial, Ella Fitzgerald commercial, where they show her breaking a glass with her voice.
Mm-hmm. Memorex.
You could easily, Memorex, right? You could do that with Whitney. Whitney, I mean, you put Whitney and, Aretha. You could, to me, she's one of the 5 top, just pure voices ever. I mean, she's unbelievable. It to me is very sad. Very, very sad, because she was on this comeback. I mean, apparently she was on this comeback. You never know, but it's just hard for me to believe. It was hard for me to believe. It's hard for me because she had been so much in the news lately about coming back and it's one of those losses. They did a tribute tonight to her at the.
Jennifer Hudson actually. It was supposed to be a Jennifer Hudson and Shaka Khan thing, but Shaka Khan actually went to her Twitter account earlier today and issued a statement where she just said it was going to be too hard for her, essentially, to really go out there and do that. So Shaka backed out, but Jennifer Hudson did sing one of Whitney's songs, and it was it was really nice. It was really nice. They didn't do too much. They didn't try to go all out tribute show because it just happened. Yeah. It's still something that's kind of new, but they definitely did show some love for her.
At the hotel when they were getting ready to do this thing.
I did want to say one thing on Facebook today. A lot of people was taken to Facebook, as people do, to vent, and a lot of people upset with Bobby Brown, blaming Bobby Brown. From what I knew, Bobby Brown wasn't nowhere around when this happened, I guess what I'm trying to say, we all knew Whitney as one image, and then she was this wholesome kind of princessy image. Then the next time we saw her, it was almost like we felt like, oh, she's doing crack with Bobby Brown. I mean, and that might sound extreme, but it was from one to the other, and a lot of people upset with Bobby and blaming him for it, and which I think is a little bit ridiculous.
There's no sense in being upset with Bobby.
I mean,
that
was her husband.
Ain't no sense in being upset with Bobby.
Let me just say what I look forward to. I look forward to the day when, after people pass away, the conversation about them is about the wonderful things that they did. Instead of looking up, drudging up, throwing up all the other stuff. Sometimes hell is going through all that crap. And then after they're gone, we bring up a whole bunch of crap. I look forward to the day where we could just celebrate the wonderful gifts that people contributed to the world. So that's me.
And I look forward to the day that everybody's like you. The Irvin,
I just
got the last word here.
In a real light note, because the Grammys are on tonight. And Whitney Houston reminds me of a time when award shows came on and the man said, coming up after this commercial, Whitney Houston. And the house shut down. All the phones was cut off. I ain't talking about cell phones. We talking about the house phone. This was house phone, landline era.
Put that house phone on silent, boy.
No, you took the phone off the hook and you put the pillow over the phone so it wouldn't go gang, 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 because you didn't want any interruptions. And when Whitney took to the stage, it was a hush. And it was kind of like with Jennifer Hudson tonight. And then when she sung, and you knew something special was happening because somebody was always saying, come on, Whitney. Come on. All right now. Okay, it was church in your living room, and then our people we tend to do something really funny. We pick up the phone and we call that auntie across the street and say, "Did you just see that? Did you just watch that?" And then you the child and you sitting there thinking, "Yeah, they just watched that. Why are we calling people across the country asking them?" But that's how powerful she was. She made you use your long distance minutes to call people and ask them, "Did you just hear that?" And I mean, I cried when I got the news. I did. I really shed a tear. Like, Michael, Whitney made me cry.